Hello guys, thank you for coming back to Zacs Hub, and this is your host Solomon, and today I'm going to talk about top 10 Excel keyboard shortcut. Because normally we might be aware of Ctrl C, Ctrl V, Ctrl X and Ctrl Z for cut, copy, paste, undo, but here I'm going to show you top 10 which is handpicked because there are about hundreds are there in the listing of 100 keyboard shortcuts, more than that, but I've handpicked one of these 10s. Actually you might use it on a day-to-day basis while performing certain tasks with data on your Excel sheet. Well, make you dependent not on your mouse but on the keyboard. The way people will pursue about things, the way you do it without the mouse, people will be amazed and stunned. You might find people will start liking you, and you might also throw an impression among your bosses, peers and supervisors. So think about this and learn from this. And I'll be coming out with more topics on this related to keyboard shortcut, but these are the handpicks. So watch the video right till the end, and most important thing before we go ahead, do like and subscribe, and do share this to many people as possible, because sharing is caring, and when you share information to other people, it also builds trust in you as a person, that you want to share information and want to develop other person also on the other side. So do like, share as many people as you can, because I want to be found by many of you. So that's why I want to come up with this free content for each one of you, and I'm working hard towards it. So I need your support. So do like and share, and watch the video right till the end, and you have a wonderful day. Thank you for coming back to Zacs Hub. Let's dive in. Shortcut. So today the number one in the list is Ctrl T. What Ctrl T does, let's show you in this data. So I've got a data here, and I've got my cursor. I've selected one of the cells. So if you see one of your cells are being inside the data active, you just need to do Ctrl T. The moment you do Ctrl T, it gives you a dialog box to that you're completing the entire range. You have selected an entire range of data, and just press OK. The moment you turn OK, see what you get. The entire data converts into a nice presentation in a nice form of a table, and it also gives you the ability to filter the data. So you have already activated the filters along with the table, so you get a nice presentation, a nice feel to the entire data. So this is for number one, Ctrl T, for converting data into a table. Let's go with the next one. For my number two, I've got Ctrl D in the list. So what Ctrl D does for you, where I can explain you. What it does is, like if you have a formula on a bigger data where you want to bring the value down automatically instead of dragging the mouse, I would just take the cell below, activate it, and just put Ctrl D. So you see 6, the formula takes it from the above. 6 plus 3 plus 3 is 6. Now if I take it another level down by Ctrl D, so 5 and 6, 11. So this is a way you can do it, by bringing down the value automatically by the shortcut Ctrl D. If you have a text for that matter, and you have a text and you want to bring it down, the same information down, just put Ctrl D and that's it. Not even Ctrl C and copy and Ctrl V again. So it saves your time, because one of the effective way and makes you look like a pro and genius. So that's for number two. Let's go for the next one. Next, third tip I've got is Ctrl+Shift+L. So moment I just press the key anywhere in the table or anywhere in the data, Ctrl+Shift+L, it brings the filters. It activates the filter in the top header. Precisely, you should have a header already in place, so it enables it. If you want to disable it, just put same thing, same option, Ctrl+Shift+L. It removes the filter from the data. So this is one of the third tip, most effective and powerful and easy to remember. Number 4, or tip number 4 for Excel keyboard shortcut, what we have is Ctrl+Shift+8. So what it helps, if you see the number 8 on your laptop or on your regular desktop keyboard, it has an asterisk sign which helps you to capture or cover all your data, which has all the range of data where all your cells have all the data in it. So let's see, if I select one of the cells and then Ctrl+Shift+8, it captures the entire range. So it selects the entire range of data. So that's the easiest and the quickest way to reach it with your keyboard shortcut. Guys, for Excel keyboard shortcut tip number 5, what we have got is Ctrl+1. Ctrl+1 allows you to format cell by opening the format cell dialog box. So moment you press Ctrl+1, this box will open up for you. Since my interface look different than probably compared to a desktop or a window based laptops or desktops, because I use the MacBook and I've got the Microsoft Excel based for Apple users, so that's why my interface looks a little bit different, but hoping your interface would look exactly the same what you normally expect from. So Ctrl+1 will open up the format cell dialog box in a fraction. You don't need to look for a right click or look from the drop down list. It's easy and very efficient for you. So let's move with the sixth one. So for Excel keyboard shortcut tip number 6, what we have is Ctrl+Alt+V, which opens the paste special dialog box. So how we do it? You just do Ctrl+Alt+V. You see, you get the spaced special dialog box. Normally we do a right click and this and that with the mouse, but here you can do much effective just with the cool tricks, a cool hack of Ctrl+Alt+V. So let's move with the 7th one. Let's proceed with the tip number 7 for the Excel keyboard shortcut, and this function which I'm going to explain is F2, where you want to edit a cell from inside. So if your data is inside a cell, you need to recorrect or edit it in some areas of the word or text or a number, you can do it. So how you do it? Just make sure you highlight one of the cells with your navigational key, left and right, or up and down arrow key, and just press F2, and that's it. And you can start editing. You see that now the cursor is blinking. You just press F2 and that's all done. Very quick, short and easy, but very effective, rather than using the mouse to double click and then trying to edit. So use this thing very frequently. You'll get hands on it and it will become your second nature whenever you are editing any cells within the data sheet. So let's move to tip number 8. Alright guys, this is tip number 8 for Excel keyboard shortcut. In this function I'm going to share Alt plus equal sign, which is clearly shown in this yellow chit notepad. Alt plus equal sign will automatically total up your above series of subtotals, and you'll get a grand total at the bottom. How would you do that? Instead of dragging or finding the shortcut or the ribbon command which is on the Excel, which is already shown here, instead of doing that, you just bring to the box or the cell below and just put Alt equal, and that's it, and you can get your total right in place without struggling or finding the shortcut or the option on the ribbon tab. So you can do it by Alt equal, gives you a total. So you see, if I make it 0 again, so Alt equal will give you this. And I would be also covering a lot of other shortcut keys for MacBook users. It's more or less the same, but slight 1 or 2 differences. But yeah, most of the function remains the same, except you have the command keys for Apple. So you can use the command key instead of using the control key. Alright, so that's for number 8. So let's move to number 9. Thank you. 9. Tip number 9 for Excel keyboard shortcut. So here what we have is Ctrl E, which is a flash fill, very important and very powerful command when you want to type email ID irrespective of all the names which you have, instead of re-editing and typing copy paste. It's a long tedious process where everybody in the company has the same email ID irrespective of the names. So how would you do that when you're generating a data or you're updating a data sheet? So what you need to do is, that's Ctrl E flash fill, but how we initiated that, first you have to take one email as a pattern and put in the first cell of the data sheet, and whenever you have a data about 100, 200, so what you need to do is go to the first column where you have the email, use the shift and the down arrow key to reach to the bottom of the data, right, and then Ctrl E, bam, there you are. Within a second you have populated thousands and hundreds of email within a fraction by using this powerful trick, a keyboard shortcut, which is flash fill. Just Ctrl E. How effective is that? So you can learn at least 2 or 3 hacks or 2 or 3 keyboard shortcuts in a day and master it for a week, and then proceed with another 3. So in this way, by the end of the year, you would know hundreds of them, because there are hundreds more, 100 plus keyboard shortcut, but you cannot master all of that, or you could retain in your memory. You have to do it on a day-to-day basis, practice it. So these handpicked top 10, which I've picked it up, is the most effective and most powerful. You can use it like every Excel users, they might use it every second or third day. So if you practice on a day-to-day basis, this will become your second nature. So that was for number 9. Let's move to number 10. All right, so here we are for tip number 10 for Excel keyboard shortcut. So here we have the time and date stamp. Normally it takes time for you to put a date and a time in your spreadsheet or in whatever data you are feeding. So you need to have a time and date as a common cell. So what do you do in order to do that? The Excel shortcut is Ctrl semicolon. So there you can get your date, and then for your time is Ctrl Shift and colon. So it gives you the time. If you want to put in the same cell, or you want to have the date and time together, so same way you press the commands where I have display. I'm going to display the command once again. It's for date is Ctrl semicolon, and for time is Ctrl Shift colon. So if you want to do that, just simply put the time in one of the cell, then you get the date first, then comma, and then you do Ctrl Shift and colon. So there you go. You have both the information in one cell, but you have to divide them by putting a comma in between. So that was all, and for number 10, so that sums up the whole top 10 list. You're going to become a keyboard genius. So that's all about top 10. So do like and share if you have enjoyed my my tutorial. This is just free and I'm doing it for the good cause. I want to help people, because I was like you guys when I didn't know anything about it, but when I knew it, I want to share it. I don't want to hold up to myself all the information. I want to spread the knowledge, so that once you spread the knowledge, people will understand how important is that for them to do their job more efficiently. So thank you for coming back to Zacs Hub. You have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.